In this video, I'm going to show you how to enrich your LinkedIn contacts with valuable B2B data that you'll be able to use to prospect better and close more deals. So let's get started. Whether you have a list of LinkedIn URLs like this, a lead list on Sales Navigator or a list search on Sales Navigator, I will show you how to turn that into a clean CSV file with a lot of information like first name, last name, work email, position, company name, company website, company industry, company size, and much more data that you'll be able to leverage to target your audience better and customize your messages. And for that, you only need two things. You need the Evaboot Chrome extension. Here you can see more than 50,000 people already use it. This is me, JB, the co-founder. And with that, you need obviously a Sales Navigator account to extract the data. If you don't have a Sales Navigator account yet, no problem. There's a free trial of 30 days that you can use on their website. You have a link to download the Evaboot Chrome extension and an access to Sales Navigator free trial in the description of this video. So maybe you exported your LinkedIn contacts from your own LinkedIn account or from your CRM, and you want to enrich these URLs with LinkedIn data. So in that case, you can either here download your file as CSV, or simply copy paste your URLs here. You go to Evaboot and you find the URL enrichment tab here. You click here, you can either upload your file or here paste the list of your URLs. Oh, let me reduce that. Then you just need to name your upload. And you can decide if you want to also find the professional emails of your contact or not. Then you just need to click on Launch Enrichment, and Evaboot will detect the LinkedIn URLs in your file. You can even upload files with other columns if you want. You don't need like to upload only the URLs. You can drop your files and Evaboot will take care of recognizing the column with the URLs. When the columns are detected, you click on Launch Enrichment, and here Evaboot will export the data pretty fast. For like, you see, like for 15 leads, it's already done, like in 2 seconds. For export up to 2,500 leads, it can take between 10 and 15 minutes. And after that, you get the email finding phase that you can see that the export is done. And now Evaboot is finding email, and that also will take a few minutes. And now this is done. So it took 2 minutes. Once this is done, you have the email stats here. So we can see here we found 7 safe emails. It means that we are sure that this email exists. 2 risky emails, it means that we can't verify if the email exists because the server of this email is catch all, meaning that it's not possible to verify these emails. And so you can see the stat here, and you can download your file by clicking on the download icon here. You can select if you want to download all the leads, only the leads with emails, or only the leads with safe, valid emails. And the results look like this. So yeah, first name, last name, email, position, company name, company website, company size. You also have the exact number of employees, which can be interesting because here the ranges are pretty large. So between 50 and 200, for example, these are not the same kind of companies. So it's good to know that you got 108 here. And sometimes, so you discover that it's really different, the figures that you have. So for example, here you get 8, but here it's marked 11 to 50, for example. So sometimes there are discrepancies between these figures. Another nice data point that we have is open profile. So here, if the prospect is marked as open profile, it means that you can send them an email for free. An email is normally a paid message that you can send to someone without sending a connection request first. So it can be really efficient if you want to prospect fast and you don't have like to send connection request and wait for your connection request to be accepted. Now also you can only send between like 100 and 200 connection requests per week. So it's a limited resource. So if you can contact open profiles through emails. You can basically contact more people per week. If you want to know more details about that, I'll leave a link to another tutorial I've made just on the top of this video. Another cool thing is that Evaboot cleans the data. So emojis, non-Latin characters, capitalized names, or legal mentions into company names. So Evaboot will automatically cleanse that, so you can have clean data to upload in your CRM or your favorite outreach tools. Also, Evaboot also verify all the emails, so you don't have to pay another email verifier tool to verify the email found by Evaboot. We automatically do that every time we found an email. If you want to enrich LinkedIn contacts that you have already in Sales Navigator, but you didn't export them yet, the process is a bit different. You have to go on Sales Navigator here on your list. And if you have the Evaboot Chrome extension, you will see here a button. So you just click on that button and you will be redirected to the Evaboot app. Then you can select if you want to export the leads with or without the emails. And you just here name your search, you launch your exports, and same thing, you'll get the results a few minutes later. Process is the same for searches. Here I am on the Sales Navigator search. I have this button, I click on it, and same process, except that with the searches, you'll have access to another Evaboot feature, which is the lead filtering. On Sales Navigator, sometimes the filters that you put here, LinkedIn will give you leads that don't match the search filters for a lot of reasons I detail in my Sales Navigator tutorial. I will also leave the link at the top of this video if you want more details on that. But basically, approximately between 20 and 30% of your leads won't match your search filters. So what Evaboot is doing is also checking all your filters. So for example, if you put job title, company headcount, year of experience, industry, we will go through the file and validate that indeed these job titles, industries, etc. are present in your file. And if it's not the case, we will mark, for example, in the file, we will mark wrong industry. And you can see that in the file here. Let me check. This is an enrichment file. I will show you an export file. Okay, so right now I am on an export file, and on the export files, export.searches, you can see here columns match filters and no match reasons. So if your leads match all your filters, it will be marked as yes, and no match reasons, no. But if we detect that the lead is not matching the Sales Navigator search filters that you put here, we'll mark it as wrong company, wrong keyword, or wrong title, depending on the filters that you put on Sales Navigator. And this saves you a lot of time because you don't have to check all the leads manually by yourself. And also you don't prospect these people. For example, I told you that you can only send between 100 and 200 LinkedIn connection requests now. Imagine that now you extract a list of 200 people and you don't know about it, but in this list, you have 50 people that are not qualified. So a quarter of your resources, LinkedIn connection requests, you will spend these credits on people that are not qualified and that you will never close. So by doing that, you actually save time and you also save credits in terms of prospecting power because you can focus your LinkedIn connection requests and also your emails on the right people, because this is the same thing for email. You can only send like 100 emails per day as well. So if you get a lot of unqualified leads in your list, you will waste a lot of prospecting power. So Evaboot allows you to save this prospecting power, but telling you right away who you should contact. That's it for the technical part. In terms of strategy, you should keep in mind that B2B data get outdated pretty fast. So in 1 year, between 22 and 70% of your B2B data get outdated, depending on your industry, on your markets, and also the conditions. For example, during the COVID, so obviously a lot of job changes, a lot of people have been fired. So the B2B data have been outdated pretty fast. So a good practice is to re-update the contacts that you have in your CRM every like 6 months to 1 year at least. And for that, it's really important to store in your CRM the LinkedIn URLs that have a unique ID. Here, these ones, the one with a lot of figures and numbers, because if you store these URLs here, these URLs can be modified by the users. You can go on your profile and change that URL. So if you store, imagine you store these URLs into your CRM, then the people, they go about their life, they maybe change their URL, and this URL become a 404. You can't have access to the profile anymore. But if you store this URL will never change, because this is the URL LinkedIn is storing in its database to identify people with a unique ID. So for example, you export a lead, you have this URL, in 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, you still have access to the data, because this URL will always point to the profile. So if you want to really have updated data and keep your CRM updated, it's way better to store these URLs. And the good thing is that when you export leads with Evaboot, we give you the 2 URLs, the public one and the private one. And that's how you enrich your LinkedIn contacts and keep them updated, guys. If you don't have a Sales Navigator yet and you want to be serious about prospecting, you should definitively get it. Just one data point on that. On LinkedIn, you can only export 100 people per day. On Sales Navigator with Evaboot, you can export up to 2,500 people per day with their email addresses. So if you want to be serious about prospecting and scale your prospecting efforts, this is a no-brainer. You should get Sales Navigator. And if you want to know more about how to get the most out of Sales Navigator and how to leverage it to close more deals, I made a full tutorial that you can watch by clicking on the link just right here. I wish you a great day and I see you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.